What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. It's Professor Anime and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be talking about my personal expectations slash thoughts I have for RWBY Volume 4. With the end that we got in Volume 3, we were left with quite a bit of questions, and I wanted to give my own opinion on what we could possibly expect for RWBY Volume 4. So before we get this started, quick disclaimer. Leave now if you have not finished volumes 1 through 3 of RWBY, as this video might contain spoilers as I might refer to certain events that have happened in the previous volumes. So I highly recommend you come back to this video after watching volumes 1 through 3. Also, please keep in mind that the theories I may discuss throughout this video are simply just speculations. There is my disclaimer. You have 5 seconds to click off the video before we begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So the biggest question of all that happened by the end of Volume 3 is what exactly happened to Ozpin? Honestly, we have no idea at this point besides the fact that after the battle that Ozpin had with Cinder, he suddenly went MIA, missing in action, not confirmed dead, nor confirmed alive. One thing that I want you all to take from this video is that while we might not know the whereabouts of Ozpin, we could possibly find out what exactly happened to him due to his capabilities. So, Ozpin's cane has been referenced to store time. So does this mean that Ozpin has the power to control time of sorts? Very intriguing indeed. Now, one thing we could probably assume happened in the battle between Ozpin and Cinder is that due to the power that Cinder acquired, Ozpin knew he was no match for her and therefore was injured in the fight, and with his last ounce of energy, he used his cane as a means of escape in order for him to leap himself months into the future, 6 to 8 months to be exact. Now, after the fight between Ozpin and Cinder, Ozpin's cane was left behind after the battle, and at the post-credit scene of the finale episode of Volume 3, we see Crow holding Ozpin's cane, and he suddenly turns into a crow and flies off. So what this could possibly mean is that Ozpin has the ability to teleport himself to a point in time in the future. And this is exactly what he did during the battle with Cinder, and Crow is going on a quest to look for Ozpin. As to where Ozpin is located, we are not entirely sure. So in Volume 4, I'm hoping to get more clarification on Ozpin's whereabouts and his capabilities. Next up is episodic perspectives. Now, this is sort of a theory I have for how Volume 4 will play out. For the Volume 4 trailer of RWBY, we see that RWBY is in a new team consisting of John, Ren, Nora, and herself. As for her previous team, well, due to the finale of Volume 3, we find out that everyone now is pretty much divided and split up. But to break it down, I think this is how Volume 4 will play out, at least for the first half. RWBY will focus on her new squad, John, Nora, and Ren, as they head to Haven in hopes of investigating what led to Beacon's downfall. Along the way, we can probably also expect to see more beyond RWBY's capabilities regarding her silver eyes. Blake will focus on her journey to track and prevent the White Fang's plans of attacks with the possible help of Sun Wukong. Weiss will focus on her dilemma at home with her father at Atlas. I'm expecting to see maybe her trying to sneak her way out in search of the members of Team RWBY, or either an attack on the Schnee Dust Company due to the ongoing relations that the White Fang and the SDC has had in the past. This could also tie in with Blake reuniting with Weiss. Yang. With Yang, however, it's hard to say what she will end up doing, but if I had to guess as to what she could possibly do, it would have to be her going on a quest in search of her mother, Raven, which would be very, very interesting to see in Volume 4, because I think we need a lot more backstory regarding Raven. So basically, for the first half of Volume 4, I think we may see episodic events that will play out between the perspectives of the 4 members of the group and how each character battles their inner demons, and by the end, we will then see the reunion of Team RWBY. Next up is New Grimm. So far, when it comes to the Grimm that we have seen in the previous volumes of RWBY, we have seen Beowulfs, Nevermore, Goliaths, Ursa, King Taijutsu, Griffins, Dragons, Deathstalkers, Creeps, Borbatusk, and of course in the Volume 4 trailer, we are introduced to the new Grimm Orilla, Beringel. That is about 11 different species of Grimm that we have seen in the series of RWBY, and I believe we will definitely see more species of Grimm as the series goes on, and for Volume 4, it is no exception. So when it comes to Volume 4 of RWBY, we can guarantee that we will most likely see new additions of the Grimm species. Now, who is Salem? Salem, as of right now, none of us know who Salem is. All we know is that she is voiced by Jen Taylor, aka Cortana, in the beginning of RWBY Volume 1 and at the end of Volume 3. She has extensive knowledge when it comes to Grimm, aura, dust, human nature, society, and history, and of course, she wants to see Ozpin die. I'm really interested in learning more about Salem, and maybe we will get more backstory of Salem and Ozpin in the future and see what happened between the two in the past, but we don't really know. Only time will tell. Next up is something that I'm really looking forward to in RWBY Volume 4, and that is John's character development. John is one of my favorite characters in the series of RWBY, and due to the conclusion that we got in Volume 3, I'm sure many of us want to see his character develop further, especially after the death of you-know-who. John has gone from the underdog in the series to the up-and-coming leader, and I can definitely see John leading Team Ranger. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Well, what about RWBY leading Team Ranger? The thing about RWBY is that she lost two people somewhat, notice that I say somewhat, close to her at the end of Volume 3, Penny and Pyrrha. And because of RWBY being the youngest out of everyone in the group, RWBY is probably not in the best condition to lead for now, of course. For now. While if we give the position to John being the leader, it would serve great amounts to his overall character development, as his leadership skills have been slowly building up to this point. No matter who leads, I'm hoping we can at least see more development into John's character, but I'm just saying, for the team leader of Team Ranger, I'm more leaning onto the side of Jean, and by the time we see Team RWBY reunite, we will then see RWBY lead. Now for the last bit. What happened to Zwei? I mean, like, seriously, where is this dog? Anyway, I hope to see Zwei back in action, and since we have had a 6 to 8 month time skip, it would be pretty cool to see Zwei as a full-grown dog, and maybe like some type of warhound or some shit, I don't know. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really looking forward to doing more RWBY content on my channel and start making videos for Volume 4. I have big things planned for RWBY on my channel, such as reviews and live reactions, and possibly even discussion type videos like this. So if you would all like to see more RWBY content from me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button down below, and let me know what RWBY content you would like to see from me in the near future. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace, guys.